It's Tuesday morning at a bustling Silicon Valley startup. Camille just got promoted to her first managerial role, tasked with guiding a scrappy team of engineers juggling features and bugs. She's staring at a screen filled with urgent Slack messages, wondering, how do you actually manage people when all you've done is build code? This is the key tension throughout the manager's path. Technical skill doesn't guarantee managerial success. But what if there was a roadmap for this rocky terrain, from mentoring interns to steering senior execs? Let's unpack the blueprint Camille lays out, where every level tests your leadership in fresh, unexpected ways. Mentoring isn't just coffee chats, it's the hidden engine powering tech growth. Camille dives into how mentoring shapes both new engineers and managers themselves. But it's trickier than it looks. How do you balance guidance with autonomy without killing creativity? Camille recalls Deborah, a bright intern fresh from college assigned to write test code. Left alone too soon, Deborah's tests failed silently, causing bugs to slip through. When Camille discovered this months later, it was a wake-up call. Mentoring isn't about dumping work but guiding early mistakes. This little disaster unlocked a new approach to onboarding, laying a seed for trust and growth that blossomed later. Think of mentoring as gardening, not architecture. You don't build a monument in one go. Instead, you plant seeds, water, prune, and watch how skills sprout at their own pace. Just as you can't force a rose to bloom before it's ready, you can't rush an engineer's growth without risking burnout or dependence. Once Camille shifted from coding solo to mentoring, her own leadership evolved. She realized teaching wasn't just about transferring knowledge. It pushed her to clarify ideas, listen deeply, and manage expectations. The irony: by helping others grow, she became a better leader herself, gaining patience and perspective. Moving from engineer to manager feels like jumping from the frying pan into a fog bank. Camille shares her rookie mistakes and the brutal realities you don't see in org charts. How do you shift from doing work yourself to driving others' success? When Camille first became a manager, she tried to attend every meeting, review every line of code, and fix every bug herself. The result? She was exhausted and ineffective. Her calendar was a mess of back-to-back events but no real progress. That painful stage forced her to rethink, not about working harder but about creating space for others to step up. Imagine leading as conducting an orchestra. You don't play every instrument. You cue the violins, keep the beat, and ensure harmony. Each player has talent, but without guidance, timing falls apart. The manager's job is to create rhythm, to listen closely and adjust tempo so the whole team performs beautifully, no soloist drowning out the rest. When Camille finally stopped micromanaging and started trusting her team, something surprising happened. Everyone's productivity and morale soared. People weren't just following orders, they took ownership. The team evolved into a self-sufficient machine, and Camille went from burnout to beacon. This transformation is the magic moment every new manager strives for. Once you master managing a team, the game changes. Camille introduces leading multiple teams, balancing conflicting priorities, and navigating company politics. How do you stay grounded while influence expands? Tom, a director Camille worked with, tried to push an aggressive launch by bypassing another team's feedback. The result? A costly product bug and bruised relationships. This incident revealed that cross-team alignment isn't just a nice-to-have. It's vital to avoid chaos as projects scale across silos. Leadership at scale is like managing a spider's web. Every thread connects multiple points. Pull one too hard, and the entire structure vibrates or breaks. A leader must sense tensions between teams, smooth the flow of communication, and reinforce fragile connections without snapping any strands. Camille learned that moving up means less hands-on and more big-picture vision, an architect sketching blueprints rather than hammering nails. The payoff: your influence multiplies, turning scattered efforts into coordinated impact. But only if you know when to step back, listen, and design systems that sustain growth. Crisis time: you have to give tough feedback or manage conflict. Camille's playbook doesn't sugarcoat it. The key is preparing for uncomfortable talks without losing your team's respect. The question: how do you deliver hard truths that actually improve things? When Jenna, a promising engineer, repeatedly missed deadlines, Camille scheduled a direct yet compassionate talk. She didn't wing it. Instead, she prepared clear examples and focused on behavior, not character. The talk felt tense, but Jenna left with clarity and a roadmap to improve, proving the value of upfront honesty. Think of a difficult conversation like a dance. Without choreography, emotions collide and trips happen. Use a framework. Set the context. Share observations, explore impact, and invite response. This structure keeps you focused on facts and solutions, avoiding blame spirals and fostering mutual understanding. After navigating these conversations well, Camille saw teams become more resilient. When conflicts surfaced early and were addressed with respect, trust deepened. People started expecting feedback as part of growth, not punishment, turning tension into traction. Making it to senior leadership sounds glamorous. Executive meetings, big decisions, influence. Camille unmasks the myth. It's a high-wire act balancing vision, politics, and culture. What does leadership look like when your actions ripple across an entire company? Camille remembers her first executive briefing at a major tech firm. Listening to high-level discussions, she realized she'd missed critical company-wide impacts from her earlier decisions. That humbling moment showed her that senior leadership demands seeing beyond your team to the whole organization's ecosystem. Think of senior leadership like a game of chess. Each move anticipates reactions several steps ahead, balancing offense and defense. You don't just play your pieces, you shape the board itself. Success means influencing culture, aligning stakeholders, and navigating politics with subtlety and foresight. Ultimately, Camille argues that culture beats strategy every time. A smart strategy is useless if the culture resists it. Senior leaders must nurture values and mindsets that empower teams to innovate, adapt, and deliver results long after they're gone. That's the legacy of great leadership. Remember Camille on that chaotic first morning, drowning in slack and doubt. Now you see the path she blazed, from mentoring to managing, scaling teams, handling tough talks, and leading organizations with vision. The manager's path isn't a ladder you climb alone. It's a continuous journey transforming how you think, relate, and lead. So here's your move. Pick one team member to mentor this week and watch how helping others forces your own growth. That's the real leadership hack. You don't just manage people, you build leaders, including yourself. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.